Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the second session of Multilingual Tickets organized by Sunway International Business Society. I'm Shruti and I'll be your MC for today on the behalf of our society, Sunway International Business Society. Okay, so we appreciate you for taking your time off from your busy schedules to join us for our Korean language and culture sharing session. Okay, before we begin, please take note that today's session will be recorded. Please ensure that you stay with us throughout the session, throughout the event to provide us your feedback. Before we proceed, let me brief you on the house rules for the multilingual tickets. Firstly, we would like to remind you to always keep yourself muted when the speaker is presenting. Secondly, feel free to turn on your camera to let us know that you're here with us. Thirdly, you may ask us questions that will be directed to the speaker during the Q&A session that will happen later. And finally, you may share your experience on Instagram and we will share it on our profile, SIPS Official. Most importantly, enjoy the session. So on this occasion, we are very honored to welcome our speaker, Miss Munira. So Miss Munira has over 12 years of Korean language speaking experience. She has been working at the Korea Tourism Organization Malaysia with the title of Korea Plaza Manager for roughly 6 years, preserving her interest and passion for Korean language and culture. So now that you have heard of our speaker, without further ado, let's welcome Miss Munira. Miss Munira, the floor is now yours.
Right. Thank you, Shruti. Okay. Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to thank Nidhi for inviting me as a guest speaker for today, which is special for Korea, okay, culture and language workshop. Right. So, yeah, just like Shruti mentioned just now, I'm working with KTO Malaysia for almost 6 years, and yeah, I studied Korean language from 2010. So my interest and passion for Korean become more when I joined KTO as a staff. Okay, so let's get it. Okay, for started, I will give some presentation about introduction of Korea, culture and language. Next. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is the outline that we are going to have today. Korea in brief. Korea has inspired the world. 4 seasons, 4 senses. Imagine your Korea, and also about Korea Plaza. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm not sure if any of you had heard about KTO. It stands for Korea Tourism Organization. So the KTO was established in 1962 by the Korean government. But KTO KL office, we opened in November 2004. And we promoting Korea tourism and culture to Malaysians. Okay. And also we support travel agents and airlines to sell Korea tour products with business collaborations. Okay, next. Okay, and KTO, we have 31 branches in 19 countries. That one is including for Southeast Asia, we have nearby countries, Singapore, Jakarta, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, and also in Myanmar. Okay, right, next. Korea in brief. Okay. All right, so this is the general facts of South Korea. Okay, and the capital city is Seoul. The population is like 51 million. And for South Korea, we use Korean won as their monetary unit. And if you see the tiger picture there, that is actually the map of South Korea. Okay, that represent the tiger. Right. Next. The national symbol, we have national flag. and also national flower. The national flag, we call it Taeggi. Okay, and as you can see, there is four how to say um there's four types. I mean, the lines over there is different. So basically Korea, they have two colors, and then they have that how to say that they have heaven, earth, fire, and water. The symbol, okay, of Korea. And then national flower, we call it mugunghwa. Okay, so if you watch like did you watch Squid Game? Have any of you watched Squid Game? Okay, so basically when they play like Mugunwa Kochi Piyosumida, that one is actually they call it Mugung, not Koguma. I thought like when I saw one, I was like Koguma Kochi, but then it's not Koguma. This was Mugunghwa. Okay, Mugunga Kochi Piyosumida. So it means the Mugunghwa flower is blossom. Piyosumida. Okay. So mugunghwa kochi. Mugunghwa kot means mugunghwa flower. Okay. So now you know. Okay. All right. So next. All right. For national language, we call it Korean alphabet, or in Korean we call it Hangul. All right. Hangul, and the king that you saw in the slide is King Sejong, the great King Sejong. Okay. Did you know the history behind of the Hangul? Like why King Sejong create Hangul? Did any of you know? No? Okay. All right. So basically, during that time, the king was like, he thinks that he want to create a system or alphabet system that everyone can read and write easily, because before this all the Korean words characters are derived from Chinese characters, so it's hard for those who is not noble in noble families. So the king thought that instead of the people sending all the drawings to send the message that they are in the problem or something, so the king thought that maybe I should create a system, an alphabet system, so that all people can understand and can read. It also, of course, is opposed by the noble family, but then the king said, this must be something for his own people after this. So that's why he create the system so easily for people to use it. Okay, next. Okay, crash and spider world. Right. Okay, next. So these are some of the achievements, okay, like for Korea, that held in Korea. So of course, the latest one, the games is like Olympic, Pyeongchang Winter Olympic. Okay, so that one is the latest one, as we also send our athletes over there, two athletes. Okay, next. All right, this one is like global brands that people might know. All of these brands are from Korea. Samsung, Hyundai. Okay, the spell, how to say all these brands like Samsung, the spelling, how to say, the spelling is like Samsung, but then the pronunciation is Samsung, like from the Korean words it's Samsung. And then Hyundai, usually like American people call it Hyundai, Hyundai, something like that. But in Korea, we call it Hyundai, Hyundai. Okay. And then CJ, because we have the CJ Entertainment, CJ Wow Shop, CJ and everything, all CJ. And then Lotte. Lotte is like very famous brands also. And then LG, of course, everyone know that. And then Kia Motors also is quite famous here. Okay. Kia stands for Korea International Auto Sport, something. I'm not sure. All right, so next. All right, next. Okay, right, Korea full of stories. Okay, next. Okay, so as Korea also have this import and exports industry, so you can see we have a lot of things, and then some of it is like Samsung Electronics, Samsung Delights, and also Hyundai Heavy Industries. Okay, right. Next. Okay. In Korea, we have a lot of UNESCO places. I mean, UNESCO World Cultural Heritage places in Korea. Like you can find anywhere. I mean, if you go to Seoul, you also can find it in Seoul. If you go to Jeju Island, you can also find it in Jeju Island. Okay, so these are just some of it. In Yangdong Village, Sokguram, Jeju Island, and also Bulguksa Temple. Right? Okay, next. Okay, these are some of the historical places that you can still find it in Seoul. Okay, for example, one is in Bonggeunsa. Sa means temple. Okay, so basically the name of the temple is Bonggeun. Okay, Bonggeun. Okay, and then Gyeongbok Palace. Gung is palace. Okay, the meaning of Gung is palace. So Gyeongbok Palace, and then Doksu Palace, and also Namdae Moon. Moon means gate. Okay, or door. So that's why they call it Namdae Moon. Okay, just now I saw some questions. Why is Jeju Island is famous? Is it? Yeah, because of the scenery. Okay. Jeju Island is so famous of the scenery because it's an island. And then island is 4 times bigger than Singapore. So can you imagine how big it is? And then each part, like Jeju have two parts. One is Jeju City. The upper part is Jeju City. The lower part is like Sogipo. And then all parts in Jeju Island have their own charm. Okay, and I can see in Jeju Island they have the highest mountain in Korea, which is Halla Mountain. So we call it Hallasan. Okay, so yeah, later you will know like Jeju was so big, and then there is so many things you can explore inside. Because for me, when I went to Jeju Island, even I went there 2 times, but it's not enough for me. I spent there 4 days. Even it's not still not enough to explore the whole Jeju. Okay, so many things to see. All right, next. Okay, so yeah, this is about the Korean food and the plating, and also about how Korean food be presented. So you can see in the slides we have samples like the bibimbap, traditional restaurants, lotus leaf tea, and also hanjeongshik, or we call it traditional full course Korean meal. Okay, I have a story of the hanjeongshik, how I experienced in Korea. Um, you know, in Korea, they have hanjeongshik is like when the royal setting, like when you are eating full course meal, but then with a lot of panchan, or we call it side dishes. Okay, a lot of side dishes. Actually, in Korea, they have more than 100 side dishes, but when you go to Korean restaurants, they only serve you like 3 to 4 side dishes. Yeah, usually even when I go to Korea, also nowadays they just serve around 3 to 4 side dishes maximum. But then if you go to certain restaurants that serve this kind of traditional full course meal, they will serve you around more than 10 side dishes. Okay, so okay, my experience with my friends, it's just two of us. we went to the this restaurant, and we just ordered for 2 meals. Can you imagine, like, it's full of table. It's just two, how to say, the course meal for 2 person, but then the table was so full, and I don't know, like we took about almost 2 hours to finish it. Yeah, is that a lot? Because, and then the owner will be so nice, saying that when we finish the side dish, or when we finish one panchan, then it's like, they will put more. They will put, and then they will fill up the side dish until we say no more, thank you, because they are so nice. But then, let's say no at first, so we just keep eating it. So it's like, wow, so many. So yeah, usually when you go to one Korean restaurant with this traditional course meal, yeah, you will be satisfied with the service and also like the food. Okay, right. Next, okay, shopping paradise. Of course, this one people know, like, mostly in Seoul. So you can, when you go to Seoul, you can find these places like in Myeongdong, Dongdaemun, Namdaemun, and also duty free shop. Okay, right. Just now, let me check some question. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Korean likes to share their food. Yes, pretty much. Yes, of course. Okay. Okay. This is like shopping paradise. Of course, people know these places very well. Okay. Next. Okay. Just now, we have this KTO new ambassador, which is idol group Brave Girls. Okay. Did you know that previously who the KTO ambassador? You can name some of it. Can you name some of it? The previous one. BTS no lah. BTS not under KTO. This like Seoul Tourism, not KTO. Not Korea. Okay, can you guess? Can any of you guess who idols before Brave Girls? Because every year we change the ambassador every year. So anyone have any idea? No? Okay lah. Before Brave Girls, we have ITZY. And then before ITZY, we have EXO and also Yuna. Yeah, before that, Lee Jong-soo, and then Lee Min-ho. Okay, a lot. Okay, just a lot. Right, so before we go to the next slide, Brian, can you play of the videos, promotional videos?
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank you.
정부 서울 천사역입니다.
I remember my first time 그때를 못해 우리 처음으로 만난 그날은 내게 마치 환상 많은 사람으로 가득했던 한강 And it was so beautiful just like your face 젊고 아름다운 내 서울 같아 난 아주 trendy하지만 너만의 이야기가 있어 너를 내게 말해줘 I'm just trying to love you better So many stars like a big universe 별빛이 담긴 길거리들 꺼내고 싶어 너와 둘이서 Fall in love with the city 매일 새로운 느낌이 C-E-L-O-V-E come right with me I'm a city love yeah C-E-L-O-V-E come right with me I'm a city love You're so different 누구와도 비교할 수 없는 개성이 있어 그래서 어디서나 받지 동경 어린 시선 무엇을 하든 top class 너는 남기지 쉽게 만족 못하는 보다 더 위를 You take it higher 100% 어떤 일을 하든 최선 다해 100% yeah. 어렵게 찾은 너는 내 사랑이구나 이리 와서 없고 너자 함께 사랑갈 부르자 꼭 잡은 두 손에 너와 나의 true romance 흩어져 있어도 같은 맘 the name so it lives in my heart, yeah. 가끔도 손에 너와 나의 true romance 흩어져 있어도 같은 마음 So it's the name so it lives in my heart, yeah. C-L-O-V-E, come right with me on my city love, yeah. C-L-O-V-E, come right with me on my city love, yeah.
Okay, just now Brian has played the song. Okay, the video. Yeah. You keep playing the video.
회색 도시 안에 자꾸 괴로를 내 정해둔 상식에서 벗어난 뒤 목대는 알고 있지만 no way 그래도 어떻게 차가운 도시가 나를 바꾸게 보내 올라가는 몸 변하지 않을 뻔뻔히 왜 이렇게 갑자기 우리는 도시 안에서 미칠 뻔해서도 비비치 위에 자유를 느껴 내 기분같이 밝은 태양 아래서 일상에 돌아갈 때 후회하지 않게 이 시간을 맡길게 yeah. 체력이 다할 때까지 I'm surfing my way yeah. 조롱이는 이 파도를 따라서 I'm surfing my way
Okay, Brian, until this one. So the next one we play after I give you the clue, the cue. Okay, so the next one. It's okay. So these are like the video from KTO of these brave girls, but then we cannot play it tonight. But then you find it in our Imagine Your Korea YouTube channel. Okay, for their videos. Okay, and now we're back to presentation slide, and this one is about Hallyu in the world. And can any of you guess what is the meaning of Hallyu? Someone know what is the meaning of Hallyu? No? The answer is there. Already there. The answer. Yeah, Korean wave. So the answer is Korean wave. So basically, at first the Hallyu is just in Asian countries, okay, like the surrounding Korea and also Asian countries. But nowadays, it's not only in Asia, but then around the world, okay, even in the US, in like in Europe, all knows about K-pop, okay, and or Hallyu. Right, next. Okay, about Hallyu in Malaysia. These are some of the idols, okay, who already perform in Malaysia or do have fan meetings and concerts in Malaysia, such as IU, EXO, um, Cha Eun-woo, yeah, GOT7. Yes. All right. Have anyone been to their concert before? I mean, in Malaysia? Okay. Yeah, I've been to of the concert here. IU concert and also EXO concert. Yeah. EXO concert, my friend invited me, and IU concert, my brother asked me to go with him. Such a fan. Okay, next. All right. Four seasons, four senses. Okay, did any of you know how to pronounce this these seasons in Korean? How to pronounce it? I mean, do you know the words in Korean? No? You guys know or not? No? Oh, right. Good. So Nor Adriana. All right. So what you call it? Four seasons. Like four seasons in Korea is sa 계절. Means season is 계절. So sa because the number is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So sa means four. So four seasons is sa 계절. Okay. So the first one is spring. Spring, we call it boom. Okay, BOM, boom. Spring. And summer, we call it 여름. Okay, 여름. Autumn, we call it 가을. 가을. And then winter, we call it 겨울. 겨울. So basically, when we call it 봄, 여름, 가을, 겨울. Okay, so these are all four seasons in Korea. 사계절. Okay. Okay. Korea. Do you know how to say Korea in Korean? Korean language. What is Korea in Korean language? 한국. Yes. Thank you, Mariha. Thank you, Charlotte. 한국. Okay. 한국에서 사계절 있어요. 사계절은 봄, 여름, 가을, 겨울이에요. Okay. Right. Next. Okay. So as you can see in the slide, this is like the International Flower Fair in a place called Goyang. Goyang is in Gyeonggi-do province, okay, in Korea. So every spring in April and May, we have this International Flower Fair. Okay, right. Next. Okay, this one so famous, so popular, Cherry Blossom Festival. This one is in Jinhae, Gunhanje. This one is not in Seoul, okay? People thought that this one is in Seoul, but then it's not. It's in Changwon. Changwon is in Gyeongsangnam province, nearby Busan. So if you want to go there, you go to Busan first, and then you can take bus. Okay, you can take bus to go to Changwon, right? And then you can have this cherry blossom festival. Usually the first week of April, and the flower stand around 2 weeks before it's raining. After raining, it's no more flower. Okay, so that is why the place is so crowded, because they want to catch it before it's gone. Okay, right. Next. Okay, so Boryong Mat Festival. This one, the name of the place is Boryong. Mud. People believe that the mud is in that area, in Boryong area, it's very good for your skin. That is why when they have this kind of festival, people go there and like put the mud all over their bodies. Okay, and usually during summer season, which is in July, every July, the peak season of summer. So next, right, another during summer season is Tomato Festival. Huachuan is the name of the place which is in Gangwon province. Okay, Huachuan. So this festival usually held in every July till August. Okay. The reason why these people are in tomatoes, around tomatoes because the festival itself actually so interesting. They actually have a few baskets, which is a big basket with tomatoes. They have around maybe thousands of tomatoes, and then they put one golden ring. One golden ring inside each basket, and then when they pour the tomatoes, like in the field like that, they have to find the golden ring. So that is why they need to find. Yeah, I know, but then yeah, just for fun for them. I never joined that because like it's such a waste. Yeah. I couldn't I don't want to, but then some people like very interesting to join. Yeah. All right. Next. Okay. This one is like in Busan. They have this Haeundae Beach. All right. So this scenery usually you can find it during summer. Of course, this one is before COVID lah. Okay. You can find this scenery every summer season. Okay. Before in Busan. In Haeundae, like they will line up like this. Okay, the next slide. Yeah, you can find like that. Like, yeah, a lot. I think we never find this kind of scenery in in Malaysia. Okay, we usually go there, but then not like this kind of too many with a lot of umbrellas and everywhere. So too many. So usually before COVID, when I go to Busan, I always go there during autumn and also spring, not during summer season. Okay. Right. Next. Okay, Busan International Fireworks Festival. Usually we have this every October, and now in November we also have this still every year. Okay, we have this Busan International. During autumn season. Okay, in Busan. Okay. Actually, Busan is like the second largest city after Seoul, right? And after Busan is Daegu. Okay. Next. Okay, so this is like the autumn scenery. Okay, when you go there during autumn. Next. Okay, so like you can find this kind of scenery or like the autumn leaf changing color. When you go there from mid October until mid of November. If you go early than that, the leaf still in green color, so it just still beautiful, but then it's not autumn yet. Okay, right. Next. Okay, so this one is during winter season. Okay, as you know, like if you find this thick scenery, of course, is in winter season. Right. Next. Okay, Inje in Gangwon province. So they have this ice fish festival every January. Why in January? Because they have this festival on the surface of the lake. Okay, if they do this in January on December, the surface of the lake is not hard yet. Okay, so in January it's like peak season of winter. So the surface is hard enough to you know So people can walk around on the surface. Then you can, as you see, ice fish festival. People can make a hole and then catch a fish from that. And then after they catch a fish, okay, and then they have a counter that can you can ask them to cook the fish. Okay. All right. Next. All right. Imagine your Korea. Okay. Imagine your Korea is actually our slogan, okay, that inviting people to enjoy Korea and go to Korea, okay. I have a video, but then maybe can play it here, I think. I'm not really sure. Okay, no, okay. It's okay. Okay. All right, about Korean food. Have any of you tried Korean food before? I think most of you did, or no? Yes. What kind of Korean food that you try? Seriously, Madiha, just ramen. Ramen is Japanese name, but for Korean we call it ramyeon. Ramyeon. Okay. Seaweed, tteokbokki. Oh, tteokbokki. And then, okay. Oh, kimchi. Wow, Adriana. Wow, kimchi and seaweed. Wow, nice. Trandang, tteokbokki. Josephine, bibimbap and kimbap. Wow. Then, Sian, bibimbap. Oh, kongguksu. Yeah. Charlotte, are you in Malaysia? If you're in Malaysia, you can find it in Korean restaurants here. I can find it. Like some of the Korean restaurants here. Oh, Korean BBQ. Oh, nice. Okay. So, okay, back to the slide. All right. Okay, the first one, we have this samgyetang. Well, samgyetang is like one of my favorite food when I have, you know, something to do and then I'm so tired and when I eat samgyetang, because it's full of ginseng flavor and then chicken gives you some energy, you know. And then for jimtak, yeah, jimtak usually the spicy one is from Andong jimtak. That one is my favorite, like that one, that kind of chicken. Okay, Luis, seriously, have you tried that live octopus? Yeah, have you tried the live octopus? Because I do. I ate twice in Korea, of course. Okay, very refreshing. Jango kui. Jango is eel. Kui is grilled. So jango kui is grilled eel, right? Mul naengmyeon, seal broth buckwheat noodle. Mul naengmyeon. Mul naengmyeon is basically originally from North Korea. Okay, and then when they some of the families brought the menu in South Korea, and then in South Korea, so people love mul naengmyeon. Okay, next. Okay, some of you said mentioned now bibimbap, and then bulgogi, hemulpajeon, kimchi. Yeah, kimchi is like signature food of Korea. Like everywhere you go, they have kimchi. But then kimchi, not only the cabbage, not only the fermented napa cabbage. Kimchi, they have like, wow, like more than 10 types of kimchi in Korea. Okay, and then yeah, bulgogi, bibimbap. Yeah, everyone. I think these are all people know about this food in Malaysia, right? Next. Okay, another. I think most of these you guys know as well, like japchae, kimbap, tteokbokki, kimchijeon. Okay. Most of them. I think most of you know all of this Korean food, right? Oh my God. Have you had dinner? All this food made me hungry. 아, 아 진짜요? 저도 배고파요. 아, 너무 배고파요. 어떡해? 그럼 나중에 김밥 먹을까? 오케이. Alright. Okay, so any of you tried this before? Like japchae, kimbap, tteokbokki, kimchijeon. So far, what else that you tried? Bibimbap, bulgogi. Okay. Okay, next slide. Okay. Yeah, this one like dessert, pad bingsu, coil bingsu, shike, soju. You know, whenever I present this slide in front of the school student, regardless lah, any boarding school or school, any school student, okay, secondary school student, there was like, whenever I show this, there was like, the first thing they saw is like, soju. And I was like, you guys are still kids. Why you know soju first? Oh, because we watch a lot of drama, Korean drama. So they always mention about soju. So that's why we know soju. But you cannot still underage. So they was like, okay, yeah, but then we just know soju. And I was like, cannot. Okay. Shike, for Muslim, you can drink. It's very nice. Okay. Rice punch drink. You can do one. Pat. Pat is red bean. So bingsu is ice shape. So ice shape is red bean. Pat bingsu. Kwail bingsu because kwail is fruits, mixed fruits. So bingsu is ice shape. So ice shape is mixed fruits. Okay. All right. Next slide. Okay. So these are some of the street food that you can try in Korea. Okay. First, we have it hot dog. Hot dog, which is sweet pancake, because in hot dog they put inside is brown sugar. Okay, if you go to Busan, they will fill in with some seeds like peanuts and also sunflower seeds. Okay, it's very nice. And then omu, some of the store call it odeng, but then actually odeng is derived from Japan, which is oden. Okay, so the Korean name is omu, or fish cake. And then keran pang, keran is egg, pang is bread, so egg bread, keran pang. And then next one is pupang. Okay, pungo pang. Pungo is the name of the fish, kind of like goldfish or something, a pungo. And then pang is the bread, pungo pang. Okay, pungo pang is very nice, like one of my favorite when I go to Korea, when I buy, because the inside filling is red bean, so it's very nice. All right, next slide. All right, so now it's about Korea Plaza. Actually, Korea Plaza opened in 2008, November 2008. Okay, so basically we are already 14 years this year. Wow. 14 years already, our Korea Plaza, almost 14 years. Okay, not yet. Korea Plaza in KL, which is in Munira Hapsing. Okay, if any of you didn't know where is Korea Plaza, just search for Munira Hapsing so you can find it there. Okay, the name is Korea Plaza, but this is not like one whole. Okay, in Malaysia we only have inside building. Okay, just like one shop lot. Okay, so okay, Brian just put next slide. Okay, so we have this information desk, and then we have the smart TV that you can find information, and also the Hamburg experience. You can try the Hamburg in our Korea Plaza without any fee. Okay, it's for free. Okay, next. All right, so these are some of the regular classes and special events. such as Korean language class. We do have Korean language class right now, but then it's all online, okay, at the moment. Before this, all offline. And then we have cooking class. Cooking class also at the moment, we put it online, okay. And then K-pop dance class. K-pop dance class is offline at the moment in Korea Plaza. So open for registration, you can join us lah. And then we have this kind of FIT seminar. We call it Travel and Easy seminar. It's for those who want to go to Korea independently. And then student visitation and also fan club gathering in Korea Plaza. And also, if you want to learn Korean language but very basic, you can join our Survival in Korea language class. Okay. All right. So the next one. Okay. So you can find our website. Okay. Basically, our previous website page already shut down. Okay. Under and then we are now in HQ website. Okay. You can find our information and other activities updated in this page as well. So you can find us here. Okay, next one. All right. For basic conversation, I think most of you want to know this. Okay. Did any of you learn Korean before? Or you just watch drama or something? Some of you learn join class or something. Oh, Adriana, good. I see. All right. Let's learn together. Okay. So for this one, basic conversation, okay? All right. First one, for greetings for the first time. The first word is 안녕하십니까. That one is very formal, 안녕하십니까. So basically, like 안녕하세요. Okay, 안녕하세요, which means hi or hello. And then second one, 처음 뵙겠습니다. First meet you. Okay. First, I'm glad to see you for the first time. So you can see the meaning over there, and then how to pronounce it. That 처음 뵙겠습니다. And then this one is actually the first time you meet people. Okay, if you like in office or you just join the company, and then this is how you say it. 안녕하세요. 처음 뵙겠습니다. 잘 부탁드립니다. Okay. So this has all the words lah. And then 반갑습니다. This is like all the formal words. Okay. And then the words number 5, 성함이 어떻게 되세요? This one is very formal. When you go to the office or the company, usually people will say this because 성함이 어떻게 되세요? Because people, how to say, because it's very corporate, we don't say 이름이 뭐예요? Usually 이름이, when you go like outside of the office or outside the company, then you can say like that, like more casual, you know. So this one is like, if you go like in a company, you can say like that for the first time. So 성함이 어떻게 되세요? Okay, very honorific. And then for the C, this one like basic, like thank you, 감사합니다, 고마워요, and then you are welcome. So sometimes we call it 별 말씀을요. 별 말씀을요. So instead of saying people say like 감사합니다, 네. Sometimes you say you watch that 네, but then we can say it 별 말씀을요. 별 말씀을요. Okay, don't mention it. And then 죄송합니다, I'm sorry, 괜찮습니다, or 괜찮아요, it's alright. And then number 10 is like 실례합니다, 실례합니다. Okay, this one is excuse me. This one is actually when you want to go through past people, You can say 실례합니다, 실례합니다. Excuse me, 실례합니다. It's okay. So people understand that. And then number 11 is like 알겠습니다, 알겠어요. So basically when you say that 알겠어요, 알겠습니다. So basically you say okay, yes, I understand, yes, something like that. So this is like incorporate this like that. This is how you respond when your boss give you something and then we answer it. 네, 알겠습니다. 네, 알겠습니다. For me, I usually use that. Okay, 알겠습니다. 알겠어요 is very common in office. And then this one, 잘 모르겠는데요. So it's like when you don't understand or you don't know, that you just say that. Okay, 잘 모르겠어요. 잘 모르는데요, which is you don't understand or you don't know. I mean, in very polite way. So of course, when you talk to your colleague something, you need to use it. Okay, and then so when you when people ask are you good in this, so you just reply this like 아니에요, 아니요, 잘 못해요, 잘 못해요. It's like the words that I should hear all is like informal. So basically, this is how you use in a company, in a Korean company. When you have Korean bosses or Korean employee, so this is how you use it. Okay, so okay, that one for number 14, usually is like 저도 그렇게 생각해요. It's like when you give some opinions and you want to share, yeah, I do have same thing. I think so too. I mean, you think same of your colleagues or your boss and say, 저도 그렇게 생각해요. Okay. Then the number 15, 그래요. Let's do that. Okay. So basically, these are all the conversation lah, like how we usually in our office. So any additional that you want to know, like the Korean language, basic one, very basic. What else? Na and 저. Okay. For me, so when you talk with someone older than you, usually I use 저. 저 is more polite, mean humble. Okay, you tone down, humble, very humble. So usually you choose 저. Like 저는요. So 나는 usually for 나는 나 you use for someone that you already know, or like maybe around friends or something like that. But then for 저, like you talk with someone elder. Okay, someone you're very polite. I mean, you talk to someone that you are 저 means you are humble, you tone down. Okay. All right.